Hello everyone and welcome to Spa. I am in a Lotus on equal cars, by the way, on 6th on the grid, but anyway the whites are off and I have Mercedes on my right, which I am trying to overtake, but I get wheel spin in the second part of the start, so I lose a little time and I take a cautious approach into turn 1, brake early and turn in early, but Amazing Sock turns in on me and basically stops my car, so the whole grid passes me and you can see I'm 13 now and I get a penalty and Nutty Hatch goes weird on me, but anyway I get a penalty and I have no idea how this is my fault, but anyway, Nutty Hatch and Joe make contact and I push Nutty Hatch, so I give him a little acceleration boost, nitro, or however, but anyway, I'm slipstreaming him now and there seems to be a lot of sparks coming out of him, but anyway, I am going on his outside and I brake a lot later than him, so I overtake him here, and we have a Toro Rosso in front now, and a lot of cars actually, but I go alongside the Toro Rosso and he goes alongside the McLaren and someone throws front swings at me, but the Toro Rosso goes completely wide and I brake later than the McLaren, so I overtake him on the inside of this turn, and there were a lot of cars wide and the Amazing Sock pushes Warai and I overtake him as well, so I am 7th now, almost on my starting position, but Amazing Sock goes a little wide here and I go on his inside and I overtake him, so I'm back in 6th position on my starting position. So we have Nelson, my teammate, in front. So yeah, we lost connection to someone, the best, I couldn't really read that. But oh, and Amazing Sock destroys his vehicle, so he basically destroyed my race and destroyed his vehicle. So yeah, thanks for that, but anyway, we have a 10-second penalty, but the cars in front don't seem to be too much ahead, so if I overtake them and push very hard, I still have a chance for a win. Still, but anyway, the cars in front seem to be crashing a lot, so I gained a lot of time on this turn, and I use Rich Mixture and the rest of my cars, and 157 is the first lap of my race. So I brake late for turn 1, but Nelson had stopped there for some reason. I think he pushed the Mercedes, which stopped, so basically the Mercedes stopped Nelson and Nelson stopped me, and I lost a lot of time. So I am now not close to them, but Nelson goes completely wide on this turn. He just basically cutted the whole thing and lost a lot of time, so I overtook him, but I'm still using higher wings, but I don't think he'll be overtaking me. But the guys in front seem to be fighting very hard and they seem to be crashing into each other, so we get a Marussia and we squeeze it. Basically the Red Bull turned in on the Marussia and it went into the gravel, but Nelson tries to overtake me on the outside of this turn, but doesn't really work. So he is now behind me, and we have a Red Bull in front now, in 3rd position, which goes a little wide, and I overtake him, and Nelson is stuck behind him, so Nelson couldn't overtake him, and he was pressuring me, Nelson was pressuring me, so I have a little, now, breathing space. He won't be pressuring me until he catches up again, so yeah, a little work for me, and we have now Kaza Midori in front in a Mercedes, who seems to be a little slower, not a lot, but he seems to be using very strange lines. He just went completely off the track. It might be just luck, I don't know, but anyway, I am slipstreaming him and he seems to be losing a lot of time and he went on the grass for some reason, but I go on his outside, brake late for this turn, but he squeezes me out of the track and I walk both my front tires and I just went completely wide, and I click escape looking for the return to track button, but he doesn't seem to be there, so I have to return to the track all by myself, and thank God I didn't get a penalty for this one. I mean, we all know the penalty system on this game, but yeah, anyway, I am 159 this lap and 147 is the leader, so yeah, you can see how much I lost thanks to that. And yeah, I get a little wheel spin here and I go a little more aggressive now. I mean, I wasn't the happiest man on earth that he pushed me off the track, so yeah, I will be driving a little more aggressive now, and yeah, so I don't have what to talk about, and I just can slipstream the car in front, which is too far in front, but I switched to I switched to standard pace, I'm sorry, and the car in front is 1.4 seconds in front, and I have lost 6/10 thanks to the push, or I lost a lot more than 6/10, but anyway, I walk into this turn and I go a little wide, so we have a Toro Rosso now, which takes the corner slowly and I could overtake him with a better corner exit. but he's still alongside me, but he backs out of the moves because I was on his inside and he barely had where to go. I mean, he could try to undercut me, but yeah, it would be hard on that turn. So yeah, I am now 7th, and we have Joe in front in a McLaren. I think he's in McLaren, but he goes on the gravel, so I overtake him as well. So I am purple now actually, and we have Wara in front in a Williams, who is actually a whole 2 seconds in front, but I seem to be gaining on him a lot now. And I am in his slipstream, but I am using higher wings, so I don't know how much I will be gaining. I mean, I don't know what wings he uses, but I use sky wings, and I assume that most of the guys will use 1-1 wings here. So yeah, anyway, Bad Bomber makes the fast off race, and Williams loses traction, so I use the rest of my cars, and I use theirs, and there has been a crash in front, so I switch to standard mix, brake for turn 1, but Williams just... I won't comment on that. The Williams does a move on me and I lose 2 positions, which seems to be completely normal. Yeah. Anyway, I am now too far behind them. I mean, I'm slipstreaming them, but the slipstream effect isn't really that high from this far. So I am not having any chance to overtake anyone on this straight yet. And I've lost 2 seconds thanks to that move into turn 1. So he seems to be struggling. Thanks for the... yeah, anyway, I go on his inside and I overtake him. Well, I overtake him. But yeah, thanks for the crash into turn 1. I mean, you definitely made a position thanks to that. And anyway, I'm hunting down my teammate Nelson, and he seems to be struggling with hardware or just downforce overly, or he's just over driving the car. But yeah, he definitely seems to be slower. So I will be trying to overtake him. I am all over his gearbox now. You can see I'm barely not crashing into the back of him. And he goes a little wide, and he went in completely into the gravel, so I overtook him. And we are now 4.2 seconds from 2nd position. And by the way, I still have a 10-second penalty, so Wara is 3 seconds behind, so if he maintains that gap, he will finish ahead of me. Mind that. But anyway, let's see if I can cut down these 4 seconds. I don't know how fast the guy in front is, so I will be giving my best, and I lose the car on the traction. I will be giving more than my best at the looks of it, but anyway, 149 this lap. It's thanks to the crashes and to the overtakes, and yeah, and I lose the car again. And if you drive a car that has a lot traction and then you switch to a car that has less traction, you just can't drive it. I mean, at least I can't. I'm still not that much used to this game, so swapping from car to car, it is quite hard at the beginning, so yeah. Anyway, you can see I go almost on my limiter without DRS, so I definitely used 2 short gears, but this is helping me on this particular lap, because I didn't use DRS. So yeah, anyway, 3.5 seconds to the guy in front, so I gained basically 1/10 into the first sector, but with the higher wings I should be a lot faster in the second sector. So let's see how this goes. We have a lot of time to cut, so there isn't that big of a chance, but anyway, if I am going to get some time cuts, it's going to be on this sector. So you can see how closer I am. I just cut it a few seconds. I mean, I'm almost into his gearbox. I'm around a second now behind him, even less than a second now. Let's see how the gap is. It's 6/10. So yeah, I cut it 3 seconds in the second sector thanks to the higher wings. So I'm slipstreaming him now, but you can see I'm barely gaining on him, and that's because he possibly uses 1-1 wings. But anyway, I switch on his inside and I brake a lot later than him, and I just overtake him with the higher wings. I could brake a lot later than him and easily overtake him on the last turn, on the last lap. So yeah, that worked out for me, but I still have a 10-second penalty, so let's see how we finish. We have, oh, he had a 10-second penalty as well, so Wara finishes in front of me, who doesn't seem to have a 10-second penalty. Oh, and I make the first of the race actually. So yeah, anyway, I am still on the podium, even with all the crashes and shit.
Hello, I'm here to troll. Ho ho ho. Now Santa Claus is a troll. Anyway, we're off the line. and we have a Mercedes now which we are trying to overtake. But amazing sock Wilton.
Yeah! Amazing shot on me! I'll just ram him off the... Oh, penalty. Nice. And the guys in front are fighting very hard, and they actually crashed into each other, but I go alongside the Virgin, and with the Red Bull we squeeze the Virgin and we make a sandwich of it, and I don't think the Virgin is a Virgin anymore.